Climate change is a change in the statistical properties of the climate system that lasts several decades or longer. These may be due to natural factors such as changes in the sun radiation, volcanoes, or internal variability in the climate system, or human effects such as changes in the atmosphere composition or land use. Natural factors like as volcanic eruption, ocean currents, Earth orbital fluctuation, and solar variation all impact and changes the planet's temperature. It is a type of cooling that occurs over a brief period of time, while volcanic eruption produce dust and ashes, clouds that block some sunlight.
Over the long term, the sun is the main driver of weather and climate. There is evidence that solar activity plays a role in volcanic activity. Amidst the grim predictions on climate change, there is still a ray of hope wherein it was stated that a major volcanic eruption can counteract anthropogenic climate change to a small extent. Greenhouse gases are gases in the Earth's atmosphere that produces the greenhouse effect. Changes in the concentration of certain gases from human activity can build up in the atmosphere and warm the climate, leading to many other changes around the world. It can persist over a long time and can therefore affect both present and future generations. Human causes of climate change are responsible for increasing the Earth's temperatures. The largest known contribution comes from the burning of fossil fuels that releases CO2. Humans increase the abundance of CO2 by 50%, which becomes the greatest concern as it exerts a larger overall warming influence than other gases combined.
Due to natural and technological constraints, these fuels do not combust completely, leading to the production of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide. Industrial activities include manufacturing, refining, and food production. They emit greenhouse gases when fossil fuels are utilized on-site for heat, power, or chemical processes. Large amounts of greenhouse gases are produced during fossil fuels combustion. Fossil fuels such as oil, gas, and coal contain carbon dioxide that has been locked away in the ground for thousands of years. So when we take this out of the land and burn them, we release and store the carbon dioxide into the air. We're also creating emissions by cutting down trees. When trees are felled, they release into the atmosphere and all the carbon they've been storing. So what does the foresters do with the felled trees? So it is either leaving them to the root on the forest floor or burning them that creates further emissions.
Disabling oceans and forests to take in greenhouse gases through their deforestation and destruction of mangrove trees and seagrasses amounts to more accumulation of greenhouse gases, trapping heat contributing greatly to the ongoing climate change. Greenhouse gases trap not only harms to the planet's health, but the people's health too, depleting clean air to breathe only to respire harmful air. Next is drought. Dried lands that used to be fertile, waters that's not sufficient to last a day. Rivers shrinking and lakes drying up not only alarms people, but also it lessens the crops' water in turn too. This water crisis occur worldwide due to the dwindling groundwater stored in the lands. This worsens wildfires, attributes to the loss in hydroelectricity generation, and greatly harms the world's economy. Continued rising in temperature causes wildfires that initially couldn't be contained and drying up lands. Intense heat waves, harsh rainfalls, flooding, landslides, melting gears more frequently.
Air pollution exposes humans to fine harmful particles that enters the lungs and the cardiovascular system, causing ailments like stroke, heart disease, lung cancer, and respiratory infections. Air pollution is mainly caused by industry, transportation, and coal power plants. Climate change is the world's biggest health threat. Environmental factors such as clean air, safe drinking water, adequate food, and shelter are affected by it. According to World Health Organization, climate change will cause approximately 250,000 deaths between the year 2030 and 2050. Because of the ongoing climate change, it is alarming that sea levels are rising because the Arctic Ocean is heating up twice as fast as any other place on the planet. Sea levels are expected to rise by 0.95 to 3.61 feet by the end of the century. And who knows what will happen next?
Animals can't adapt fast enough. The phenomenon has been seen. They are cold-blooded animals, but they cannot survive in air temperatures that are hotter than what they have experienced for several million years. Even if the animals can survive the temperature, their habitats cannot. Wind energy is the capture of the kinetic energy of moving air. The major purpose of relevance to deal with climate change is the generation of electricity generated by large wind turbines located on land, at sea, or in fresh water. For good reason, protection of forests has increased in the 21st century by allowing trees, soil, and grasslands to perform the ecological process of removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Forest protection improves people's lives while trying to slow the climate change.
In protecting the oceans, it is important to use non-toxic chemicals, respect the natural habitat of the marine life, and properly throw garbages at specified trash bins. We can also participate in volunteering at cleaning beaches in and outside of the community. In reducing plastic usage, we can help lessen the plastic pollution, participate in bringing reusable eco bags, as simple contributions such as bringing reusable water bottles, using paper bags, and recycle properly when eliminating plastic materials. Over 1,000 scientists have been protesting to inform society about greenhouse gas emissions and severe climate disasters. As part of the society, we can recycle properly and start in using reusable materials. In this way, one simple action is equivalent to one big thing that can help the earth breathe. Thank you.